it's Tina and I'm back. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. So I have a really fun and exciting video for you guys today. I am jumping on the trend and I am going to share with you my top 3 in every category. And that's every category of makeup. I have seen this video going around. It was started by Julia Adams. I will link her video down below as well as over here so you can check her out. Definitely check her out. She's the originator of this video concept and it has taken off. I've seen so many of my favorites do this video and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna jump on the train and do my own version and share with you my top 3 in every category. And it's a really fun video idea because you can do this every few months because of course your top 3 changes as you try out new products and it may even change by season. So Julia even went ahead and did a fall edition. So definitely check out her channel and check out the other creators that have done this type of video. I'm not doing it like season specific. I'm just focusing on my top 3 as it stands today. But before we get into all of that, I do have a sponsor for this portion of the video. That sponsor is Ana Luisa, which is actually one of my top 3 jewelry favorites. I love Ana Luisa jewelry, so I've been working with them for the last year and I am happy to share that they have a discount going on now for the month of September. You can use my code TINA10 to get 10% off your order if you make a purchase through Ana Luisa through the month of September. So definitely check the link down below if you're interested in any of these pieces. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the pieces that I'm wearing right now, which I am absolutely in love with. I love Ana Luisa because of their mission. They're all about sustainability and staying carbon neutral, and they believe that luxury should be accessible and affordable. So they have pieces that start at $39 and it goes upwards. And a fun thing that they just added to their site are engravable pieces, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick something up. So they now have necklaces. Well, the pendant is engravable on their necklaces. You can get a dog tag with like your initials, or they have ID bracelets that you can also engrave. So I'm definitely going to check that out. But they have existing pieces that I'm absolutely in love with, plus they release new styles all the time. So you're sure to find something that you will enjoy, or you may choose to gift to someone, which I have been doing. I've been gifting to my best friend, my nieces, and my mom, and they really love their pieces. So like I said, I really love that they're all about sustainability and carbon neutrality. So they're vetting the sources of their materials as well as their factories and their production line to ensure that they're staying carbon and water neutral, but they're still creating high quality pieces, again in small batches that release every Friday. The metals that they use are noble and recyclable whenever possible, and they're nickel free as well as hyperallergenic. Most of their pieces are gold plated with a really thick layer of gold, so they don't tarnish. I haven't had any tarnishing, and I have quite a few pieces and I've had them for a couple of years now. The only part of the jewelry that kind of discolors over time is the post that goes through your ear. So this post can get a little bit darker in color. It doesn't turn green, okay? These are noble metals, but it will darken over time. But other than that, the gold plating is excellent. I haven't had any chips or tarnishing, and I wear these constantly because again, they make some of my favorite pieces. So the necklace I'm wearing now is absolutely gorgeous. It's a shorter necklace and it's called the Amelia. I love this style. It's so interesting. Like they always have these interesting pendants to choose from, and the earrings as well. I'm absolutely loving these. So the pair that I'm wearing on this side is the Hana Lee, and it has a little bit of, I want to call it a Prince dagger because it's shaped like a little dagger and it's so cute. And then the matching earring has 2 little gold balls. I think that is so cute, and it is so edgy at the same time. And then on the other side, I am mixing and matching here. So this is a mini crystal embellished hoop, and it has a hanging gold chain. This is the loose style, and I really love that. I like adding it to my second or third piercing. I think it just adds a little bit of edge. And then next to that, I am wearing the Liza hoop. So this is a simple gold hoop with a crystallized ring on it. So the little crystal ring or a little crystal donut slides off and you can wear the hoop on its own, or you can of course make it sassy and keep the ring on it. I think these styles are absolutely beautiful, so definitely check them out. Again, you can use the code TINA10 to get 10% off your order now through the end of September, and I will leave the link down below. I absolutely love the jewelry. I can't say enough great things, and I love partnering with Ana Luisa because it's actually a company that I believe in, and I love the jewelry pieces. So check them out. And now let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, so I have all my categories typed up here, and I organized them in order of how you would apply them, and I also split it up into face, eyes, and lips. So we're gonna go through each category, and I'm not going to go into each product in depth. I'm just gonna give you a quick synopsis of why I love this product and why it made it into my top 3. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, starting out with face primer. Now for me, primers are kind of hit or miss. Some people absolutely swear by a face primer. Some people say you can completely skip it. For me, a face primer actually acts as my moisturizer or prepping stage, as well as a face primer for longevity and just how my makeup applies. And I found some primers that I really enjoy, and I think that's the key. If you find a primer that you really like that works for you, you're gonna sing its praises. But if you haven't found one that meets your needs, then you're gonna be like, face primer, who needs that, right? So here are my top 3, starting off with my newest one, which is from Gucci. It's the Silk Priming Serum. And I absolutely love this primer. It's really expensive, so don't even get me started, okay? And it has a slight fragrance to it, but it works so well. It works well as like a moisturizing primer for me. It doesn't fill in pores or anything, but it does help to smooth my skin, and my foundation goes over it like butter. Like when I say butter, butter, and it makes my skin look absolutely amazing. And I do think it helps with longevity. So I love this primer. Pricey, but I love it. The next one up is from Rare Beauty. This is the Pore Diffusing Primer. When I initially saw this release, I was like, let's see what it does. And I just picked it up on a whim, and I am so happy that I did. It is not necessarily a blurring, like pore filling primer, but it does help to smooth the skin out and help to prep your skin for a foundation. And it works really well. It's not too pricey. It's still a little steep, but it's not too pricey, and a little goes a long way. I love applying this as my base. It feels good on my skin. It adds a little bit of hydration. It doesn't dry out my skin, and it helps my foundation go on really well. All right, so this next one is an OG for me, and I just couldn't round out the top 3 without it. So this is from Josie Maran. It is the Surreal Skin Argan Finishing Balm. And I use this as a primer, and it's so good. Again, it's moisturizing. It kind of smooths the skin out, preps it for foundation. It makes my foundation look really pretty on, and it's just a stunning, stunning primer. So this one, not many people talk about. It's more of a balm texture. You just pop it on your skin and you're good to go. And I think it just feels really silky on the skin, and it does make my skin feel really comfortable under foundation. All right, the next step after primer would be foundation. And I have a top 3 that you guys can probably already guess if you've been watching my channel for a little bit. Now remember, these are my current top 3, so it changes. You never know what's gonna happen, right? So the first one is my Ease Drop from Fenty Beauty. This is the Blurring Skin Tint. I love this so much. It's so pretty on my skin. It's easy to apply. It's a lightweight skin tint that gives me enough coverage. It's not heavy duty, but it works so well, and it looks really pretty on my skin. So I absolutely, absolutely love this. And then we have the Clinique Even Better Serum Foundation. I discovered this earlier this year, and I love it. By the way, my shade in Fenty is 16. I also use 17. I will leave the shades below in case you're interested. So the Clinique foundation, I was skeptical after seeing the shade range. I was like, are you serious? But then I saw it in store, and I saw that they have a decent shade range. They can definitely go deeper and they can go lighter, but I think they have a decent range. And I tried it out and fell in love. So this is like a medium coverage. It's buildable. It's more of a natural matte finish, and it wears forever on my skin, and I don't have to like powder it down like crazy for it to stay matte on my skin. So it's great for my oily skin, and I love the coverage. I love the finish. I love how it wears. So absolutely love this. And then a recent find is from Westman Atelier. So this is the Vital Skin Foundation Stick. It's a pricey foundation stick, but it's the only foundation stick that I've tried that I absolutely love. This looks absolutely stunning on my skin. So I've done videos wearing this and I've taken pictures and I'm like, my skin looks amazing. What am I wearing? And then I realized it was this and I'm like, oh my god, it looks so good up close from a distance. It looks fantastic, and it also has skincare benefits, like skincare ingredients in here that you can definitely feel after you remove your makeup. Like your skin feels healthy even though you just washed it. It still feels moisturized and hydrated and just lush and plump. Love this stuff. Oh my god. I have nothing else to say, but oh my god, I love this. And I did a video with this. I did a video with both of these, so you can check them out. I will try to link them down below. I'll remember to link them. All right, moving on to concealer. This one was kind of easy for me because I already know my favorites, all right? So the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. I love this stuff. It is so good. Initially when I tried this out, I was like, whatever. And as I kept using it, I fell more and more in love. And I was like, oh, you know what? This is kind of my favorite concealer now, and I'm absolutely glad that I gave it a second chance and it grew on me, and I love it now. Like, you can't tell me anything. This is the best concealer out there. I love it, and the shade match is absolutely fantastic. Sticking to like my foundation matches, Clinique, the Even Better All Over Concealer and Eraser. So this is the matching one to the Clinique foundation, and of course Fenty and Fenty. It's not the matching concealer, but you get what I'm saying, right? So this concealer also like knocked it out the park for me. When I tried it, I was like, wow, great coverage, feels comfortable, great finish, it blends really nicely. I love it. It is currently in my top 3. That's all I can say. I just know I love it. And there are other concealers that I've tried throughout time that I really liked, but this one came in and just said, hey, here I am, thank you so much. And then the one that kind of surprised me, when I was gathering like my top 3, I was like, what's gonna round out the 3 for the concealer? And then it hit me, Colourpop. I know, this is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I also love the foundation to this, but it just didn't make it to the top 3 right now because there are others that are better. But this concealer, I love this, and it's not too expensive. The shade range is kind of nice, and the formulation rocks. I can use it under my brows, I can use it under my eyes. Like, it's such a multifunctional concealer. I mean, the others are too, but this one I feel like works better on my eyelids, like if I use it as a primer for my eyeshadow, but also doubles as my under eye concealer, and I can use it all over my face as well. These two do the same, but these are better on the face. This one is just an all-arounder, and I really love it. So definitely had to add Colourpop to the mix. And next up we have setting powder, and I kind of am gonna split this up into under eye setting powder and face setting powder because they're two different beasts altogether. I don't necessarily use the same powder under my eyes as I do for all over my face. I'll just go ahead and start out with the powder that I will use all over my face. So first on the list is from Kosas. This is their Cloud Set setting powder. I love this powder. It's a baked setting powder. The shade I have is Pillowy. I kind of want to call it Pillowy Cloud Set, but that don't make no sense because that's the shade name. This is so good. I have fallen head over heels in love with this. If you pick this up, go a shade up, a shade lighter than you think, because it does deepen up when you set your foundation with it. But it's so stunning. I love this powder so much. It's lightweight, it sets everything in place, it's not too mattifying, and it doesn't look like powder on the skin. So I absolutely love that. And if you followed me for a long time, you know the other two. I'll start out with the one from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. Now I think they changed the shade range for this because I don't think they have this shade anymore. I'll have to double check, but they expanded the shade range. This is shade dark. I love this powder. It's expensive and you don't get a ton, but it looks so flawless on the skin. It does match up to the name. It's a really beautiful powder. Absolutely love this. The next setting powder is a pricey one, but oh my god, it's so worth it. So this is from Chantecaille. It's the Flower Power Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. Now this is a re-release. The original is just a Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. It was originally limited edition, but people raved so much about it that they had to bring it back. So this is the shade Medium Deep. So they added another shade. They have the original, but they added another shade, and I think it's now semi-permanent. This is so good. It's so pretty on the skin. Lightweight. It does blur. Looks fantastic. Like, All the rave reviews were spot on. This is so stunning. I was apprehensive. I was like, oh really? Oh, really? What can this powder do for me? It has changed my life and I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. So definitely made it to the top 3. Now let's go on to the under eye setting powder. First up is going to be from Anti-Pat. So this is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. Like it's all this, right? So I have the shade Deep. I love this under eye powder. It's so light and airy. It adds a little bit of blurring and diffusing under the eyes. It sets down concealer so well, but it doesn't get crepey and cakey, which you don't need under the eyes, okay? This just looks so good. It blurs, it diffuses, sexy. Really great. So Pat McGrath, definitely number 1. But in addition to that, I have 2 loose powders, which also can work to set all over the face, but I use them primarily under the eyes. So first up we have the Lancome Absolute Powder in the shade Absolute Almond. Now, don't get confused because some of the shades from this line are shimmery, okay? They're highlight powders. I don't know where they're going with that. That's not a setting powder. Don't do it, okay? But the Absolute Almond is more on the matte side, like a natural matte. This works so well under the eyes. It's what I'm wearing under my eyes right now. It keeps me matte, but it gives me like a little satin finish. It's really cute. She's not heavy. She's really airbrushed and fluffy, so I love her. And then I have, of course, my Lopery powder. This is long discontinued. I think they changed the packaging, probably even changed the ingredients, but the original size of this, when you bought it, you got this big old tub plus a travel size. So I have not gone through even the travel size yet. It's a ton of powder, okay? This is just called their loose powder, and I use translucent too. Absolutely love that. So I guess I rounded out like setting powder, under eye powder, and loose powder all in one. I gave you 6, so take that however you want to split it up, okay? All right, now moving on to blush. I was going to split this into cream and powder blush, but I don't need to do all that. I'm just gonna go into my top 3 blushes, cream and powder all in one. So I'll start out with the cream. This is from Winky Lux. It's their Cheeky Rose Blush in the shade Crown. I love this cream blush. I've tried out so many cream blushes, but this one just takes the cake. It's so cute, first of all. It's a little rose in a globe. Stop. It's cute. It's hella cute. But this shade is so stunning. I love a nudie blush on me, and this is just the perfect nudie rose shade. It just works really well. The formulation is really nice because it's like a cream to powder, sets down really well, doesn't slip around, and it retains that color without melting off my face, because that happens all the time. All right, next up we have Clinique. So this is a cheek pop blush pop. I have the shade 10 Fig Pop. This is such a stunning nude shade. Again, I love this color. It's so pretty. It works so well for everyday wear, everyday looks. It matches anything I wear it with. It just goes with everything. I love that. And then this one is discontinued, but as I was thinking about it, I'm like, I love it. I love it. I don't use it as much on camera because, again, it's discontinued, but so stunning. This is Laguna from Cargo Cosmetics. Come on, it's such a beautiful peach. It adds a pop of color to the cheeks, but it's not too intense, and the longevity is there, and I can really amp it up to be a really bold color, and I love a peachy coral shade on my cheeks. I was going to kind of try to make sure everything is current and not discontinued or limited edition, but sorry, the blush thing, I'm just going with the ones that I use consistently and that I reach for. And this is definitely one of them. All right, now it's time for bronzer, and I'm gonna split this one into cream and powder, okay? Under blush, I didn't have enough to get 6 for powder and cream, so that's why I didn't do it that way, but here I have enough. So powder, Victoria Beckham, okay? This is the bronzing brick in shade number 4. Love it, okay? It's just a great contour bronzer duo. Love it. Did a full video on this. I don't have anything else to say. It's fantastic. All right. Next, I have the Makeup by Mario bronzer. This is the Soft Sculpt bronzer. This is so pretty. It blends so well on the skin. It's airbrushed and pore diffusing and smoothing and blurring and all the good stuff, and it's such a good color. It works really well. So I'm gonna give it to Makeup by Mario. I was a little apprehensive. I didn't know what to think, but Love this, love it so much. And then a new love is from Westman Atelier again. This is the Beauty Butter Powder Bronzer. Whew, this is so pretty. This is so creamy, it's silky, it glides onto the skin, and it's better for the price that it is, but it's so pretty. I really, really love this, and I did a full video again, so I'm not gonna go in depth with this, but absolutely beautiful. Cream bronzers, can you already guess? I'm reaching in to grab it. Soul Body Bronzer, okay, from Colourpop. Come on now. This is shade Dark. Stunning. Love this cream bronzer. Price point, fantastic. Shade range, absolutely great. Smells good. Texture, fantastic. Dries down really well. Works well on my oily skin. Blends like a dream. Stunning. Love that. And then, surprise, surprise, I know, okay? So I didn't want to love this, but I did. It's the Chanel Soleil Tan, whatever the heck the name is. What is it called now? The Le Beige's Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. They added a deeper shade, and it's the one that I have and love. I hate their shade range. I think they could have gone deep. Like, what is this, right? But hate to say it, the formulation is spot on. The original Soleil Tan de Chanel is a cult favorite for a reason. The formulation is stunning. It's blurring, it's smoothing, it looks great on the skin. I love it. I can't say enough great things. It just is what it is at this point. And then number 3 is from ABH. I know, what? This is their cream bronzer. It's just cream bronzer. They have a few shades, and I have 2 of them, and I love it. Did a full video on this as well. The formulation is stunningly great. Who knew? I didn't know. I didn't expect it. I thought they were just gonna be whatever, but they did a really great job for this cream bronzer, and it made it to my top 3, okay? So here we are. Moving right along. All right, now we're on to highlighters, and I didn't split it into cream or liquid and powder. I'm just gonna give you my top 3, and they're a little bit pricey, okay? If you know me, you probably know the top 3. So, well, top 2, well, do you? I don't know. Who can guess? You probably only guess 1, really, which is from Yves Saint Laurent. This is the Touche Éclat 3D All Over Glow Powder. It's a universal shade, and it's stunning. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I love this powder. And it's a beige looking shade. It's unassuming. You're like, what is that? But on my skin, it gives such a beautiful natural glow. It's meant to be an all over powder. I would never dare put this all over my face because I'm gonna glow like a greasy mess, and I don't need that energy, okay? But this just, it gives such a beautiful like pinky peach glow to the cheeks. Absolutely love it. And then my other highlighter happens to be a trio. So this is from Pat McGrath. This is the Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio. It's a highlighting palette, and I love it. Oh my god. My favorite no, I mixed the shades because these 2 shades, this one has like a pinky glow, this one is more bronzy, mixed together, giving me a bronzy pink. Stunning. That's my favorite. And then if I wanted to add a little bit of yellow gold, got that one in the middle. This is so pretty. I don't know if a lot of people rave about this, but it's so stunning. It's not glittery, it's not chunky, it's just beautiful on the skin. And then last up, these are limited edition, I'm so sorry. MAC, excuse me. You guys sleep on MAC. I don't appreciate that, okay? As an OG beauty lover, MAC was top of the game. You couldn't do better. I mean, a lot of brands have been added since then, but still, MAC, give them their props. Their mineralized skin finishes, stop. They're so pretty. So my perfect one is Petticoat. Oh, it's so bronzy and beautiful. Oh my god, it's so stunning. So it's like a golden bronze with a pink sheen. You see where I'm going with this. That's my kind of highlighter. They also have Perfectly Poised. Oh my god, where is that? Here she is. Since I'm showing you limited edition anyway, I might as well show you this one. Bronzy pink glow. Stop. This is so pretty. It kind of reminds me of Petticoat. And then they also did the Star Trek. Is it Star Wars or Star Trek? I don't know. It's just called the Highly Illogical Trip the Light Fantastic Powder. I'm going to assume Star Trek? I don't know, okay? But this one too, bronzy golden sheen. Stunning. Love it. So those are my highlighters. And that finishes up all the face products. Now I know there's like setting sprays, but I don't really use setting sprays that much. I do have a couple that I enjoy, but I wouldn't say they're my favorites because I don't really use setting sprays at all. So moving on to the eyes and lips. All right, let's see how fast we can get through this. So we're gonna start out with brows, and I'm not gonna do like 3 brow pencils. I'm gonna do 3 brow products that I absolutely love and must have in my brow routine. So Precisely My Brow from Benefit. Who knew this was coming? You already knew. This is my brow pencil. This is my brow pencil. Excuse me, it's mine. Can't take it from me. This is what I use. I absolutely love it. It's great for filling in my brows. It's what I use daily, like daily. Don't even start. And then for a brow gel, I'm gonna go with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. It's kind of the original brow gel. It works really great. I've tried other brow gels throughout the years. I like them, but this one is just an OG. It's really great. Absolutely love this. Hands down. And then for brow powder, if I was ever going to use one, it's gonna be from Dior. This is the All-In Brow 3D Longwear Brow Contour Kit. Listen, I've been using it for years. I absolutely love it. The colors work, the formulation works. It's not too dry and matte looking. It gives a very natural look to the brows if I ever go in with powder, and that's it. Those are my brows, completely done. Like, I don't need anything else, okay? Just leave it at that. Then let's talk about eyeshadow primer. Again, if you know me, you probably already know what's coming. Urban Decay, okay? Anti-aging primer potion, the original, okay? Love this. Okay, this is not the original. The original is like in the little light purple tube. This is the anti-aging. It's so good. It's not too drying on the lids. It's comfortable, keeps my shadows crease free. I have oily lids. This keeps them in place. Really good. Can't go a day without this. Absolutely love it. Even on no makeup days, I still put it on to keep the oily lids at bay. And then recent loves have been the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime eye primers. So I have shade 1, 2, and 3. I have all of them, okay? But I mixed 2 and 1 together. I don't know why I said 2 before 1, but I mixed the 2 shades together to get like a light beigey coat on my lids. And this really intensifies my eyeshadows. Now, the thing about these is they can separate, so I usually shake them up before I use them. Just pointing that out because they separate and then you'll just have clear liquid flowing out without the pigment. So just shake them around, mix them up. They're easy to mix up. It's not like a big problem, but you know, just be mindful of that. And then of course I have to mention, where did I put it? I just used it today. Ooh. Here it is, an OG a MAC paint pot. This is in the shade Lane Low. Love this. This is a great base for eyeshadows and a great primer. Love this. Crease free as well, and it really amps up eyeshadows and keeps them in place for really long wear. So love this as well. All right, now let's talk about eyeshadow palettes. This was difficult, so I didn't even try to pick out individual palettes, all right? You're not gonna do that to me. What you're gonna do is you're gonna accept a completely different take on this. I'm gonna choose eyeshadow palette brands that I love, absolutely love. And if you know me, you probably can already guess this. All right, so we're gonna start out Melt Cosmetics. Melt Cosmetics. I probably have every single one of their eyeshadow palettes. I think the only one that I don't have is the neon one. Those didn't feel as great as the neon stack, so I have all their eyeshadow palettes. I love them. They make it to my top favorites every year, and every one that comes out, I enjoy it. What are you gonna say? I can't say anything else. I love them. So Melt Cosmetics, top 3 brands for eyeshadow palettes. I get every one and I love them. Next up is another one that you guys can probably already guess that I'm gonna say, but Violet Voss. I know not a lot of people talk about Violet Voss. You wouldn't really think about them for my favorite eyeshadow palette, but I love them. I love the neon palette. I love the tie-dye for palette. I have the cool vibes, absolutely love that. The matte vibes, love it. Like, I love this brand, okay? And I love their eyeshadow palettes. The 12 pan palettes, and sometimes like, what are they, 15? Not the big old ones, you know, not those. The 12 pan ones are the ones that I absolutely love. So I have to put them here because I find myself reaching for them a lot and I travel with them. So it's like I had to choose them, right? And then next, I'm just gonna say Sydney Grace. I love all their eyeshadow palettes. I love them. Their formulation is top notch and I love their eyeshadow palettes, okay? They do various ones all the time. They're always switching it up. The color stories are fantastic. The formulation is always great. I just love their eyeshadow palettes. So those are the three brands that I would say. Their eyeshadow palettes, top notch for me. I collect every single one because I love them so much and I love their color stories. So there you go, those are my eyeshadow palettes. Which brings us to eyeshadow singles, because I added my own little category because now we have to talk about eyeshadow singles, all right? So can you guess the eyeshadow singles that I love and adore? Cleona. I'm sorry, excuse me. Their stained glass collection, there's nothing that can top it. I'm sorry, it's stained glass. It's absolutely phenomenal. They're so glorious. They're so buttery, so creamy. They just apply so well. I love them, oh my god. But then their regular eyeshadow formula as well, like their metallic shades, their shimmer shades, and their mattes, also pretty spectacular, pretty beautiful. Love them, all right? Then we have Sydney Grace Cosmetics. I know, I just added them in the eyeshadow palette section, but they also get singles too because they're so good. Like, it's one of those indie brands that just gets eyeshadows. They just do it well. The only thing that they don't have are like intense colorful shades or neons because they stick to eyeshadows, not pressed pigments. So they're limited somewhat to what they can use. So you're not gonna get those neon shades from them, but that's fine. I have Violet Voss for that, okay? But I love them. And then next up, we have Terra Moon's Cosmetics. I know, Terra Moon's is a newer brand to me. They're newer eyeshadows. But oh my god, their formulation is also really great, and they do press pigments. So they have those intense bright colors that I love. They have great mattes and great shimmers and multi-chromes. Like, they're an all-in-one, okay? I love their eyeshadows as well. I haven't really showcased them in any videos, and you'll see them coming up. But I have so many of their shadows and they are really spectacular. They swatch well, they apply well, they blend well, they just work, okay? And they have such fun colors and collections. So absolutely love Terra Moon's Cosmetics. I can't, it just is what it is, all right? Let's move on to mascara, which is kind of an easy one for me. I'm gonna start out with the easiest, which is my lower lash mascara. That is from MAC. It's the Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. Nothing else comes close to this for my lower lashes. I don't use nothing else. Like, excuse me, I don't care what you want to tell me. This is it for me. Love it, absolutely love it. And Too Faced better than sex. I know people complain about this because it flakes, but I put up with the flaking because it's easy to just dust off. It doesn't like smudge, it flakes. That's fine, I dust it off. But I love this because it just gives me the volume. It gets me, okay? It lives up to everything that I want from a mascara and it just works. So love this. And then discovered this. Is it this year or last year? I forget. ABH. I know. Who am I? ABH. Their, what is it called? Lash Brag Volumizer Mascara. This is like the Too Faced without the flaking. But the Too Faced still does a little bit better. It still edges it out just a little bit. But this is really good. I have the travel size because I have to travel with it. It's so good. So those are the three mascaras that I say I'm absolutely in love with. Okay, eyeliners. All right, eyeliners. Makeup by Mario. These are their, what are they called? Master Pigment Pro Pencils. I have all the shades and I want more. I want him to release more shades because these are so fantastic. They don't make my eyes burn. They apply so well. They're creamy. They just glide on. They don't drag, but they last forever. Like, they set and they last. And the black is so richly pigmented. It's such an intense black. It's so, oh my god, I love it so much. So definitely Makeup by Mario for me. And then I can't talk about liners without talking about the Sephora Colorful Shadow and Liner Pencils. These are jumbo size pencils, but they have such good colors and they work so well on the waterline. They're really bold and intense and they last forever. So like this shade, My Boyfriend's Jeans, my favorite color. And then we also have Stayin' Alive. It's a teal. These are stunning. When I'm going for color, I'm going for Sephora. They just work, okay? More people need to talk about these because they are absolutely outstanding. Excuse me, thank you so much, okay? And then I was like, all right, so what's the next pencil eyeliner? And I'm like, who's gonna limit me here? I'm talking strictly eyeliners. It can be liquid pencil or otherwise. Who's gonna stop me from deciding what I wanna do with my life, okay? This is my video. I'm doing my own thing. So to round out liners, I'm gonna go with a liquid liner, which I use to line the lash band. I don't really do winged eyeliner anymore, but if I did, this can work perfectly for that. So this is the Fenty Fly Liner Longwear Liquid Eyeliner. This dries semi-matte. It's not completely matte. I'm still looking for like an all matte eyeliner that I really love, but this works so well. It's so rich, it's so pigmented, it's so long wearing, it works really well, it glides on well, and it doesn't dry out like in an instant. It's more of a brush tip rather than a felt tip, so it stays wet, which is a good thing. So it stays wet, it doesn't dry out. It's a long lasting eyeliner and I really love it. So there you go for my eyeliners. And I think that wraps it up for the eyes. Is there anything that I am missing? Probably lashes, but the only lashes that I can absolutely vouch for would be Kiss lashes. They have so many styles, so many offerings. Kiss lashes, you can't go wrong with them. That's it, hands down. I only have one, so I don't have a top 3. So moving on to the lips. And the lips I didn't really want to get too crazy about. I'm just gonna go with like my favorite lip products and not split it into gloss and liner and lipstick and all that. I'm just gonna go with my favorite lip products overall, period, okay? So for tube lipsticks, you already knew. These are from Gucci. They're their matte lipsticks. I'm wearing one right now. This one is Tazy Hazel. It is a taupey nude. What are you telling me, okay? I love these. I love all the colors. They have nudes. They have colorful shades. They look so great. They apply so well. They wear so well. They're so stunning. Love them. They're expensive, but they're worth it. And they top every single lipstick in my collection. Like, hands down, they're the best. They're my favorite. Don't talk to me about anything else, okay? They're just hands down my favorite. And I'm going to talk about glosses next because those are my second favorite lip products. All right, for the lip glosses, I was struggling a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna have a tie, okay? You're just gonna have to deal with the lip gloss section being a tie because I'm only mentioning 3 lip products. Just bear with me, okay? So lip glosses, I have the Pat McGrath lip glosses. I love these so much. They're so good. If I'm going for a creamy lip gloss, it's gonna be Pat McGrath, hands down, okay? But then I have like a more glossy, lightweight gloss from Tower 28. These, I love these. These are my lip glosses, my go-to lip glosses. If I'm traveling, I'm bringing these. If I'm applying a lip gloss right now, it's gonna be one of these. I absolutely love them, and I have all the shades that I need. I can pull a shade from any of these collections that I have and be happy with the results. So absolutely love the Pat McGrath lip glosses. You do have to mix them up sometimes, but the Tower 28 ones are lightweight. They're more of a watery gloss. They're not as creamy as the Pat McGrath ones, but I absolutely love them. And then we're gonna wrap up with a liquid lip, okay? So I fell in love with these. They're a newer formulation to me and I'm so in love. So these are, I don't know what they're calling them. Are they calling them lip clouds or lip clays? I'm not sure. I think they're lip clays. These are from Kaleidos Cosmetics. And they expanded the range and they're sending them to me. Stop. And now they expanded to add more nudes and deeper like vampy shades. I can't wait to get them. But these lip clays, so nice. They're a liquid lipstick. Like, they're meant to be a liquid cream formula, but they're not liquidy. They're like a whipped mousse texture and they're so comfortable. The colors are so stunning. They wear so well. They look so good on the, like, they look like velvet on the lips. Like, they're the liquid version of my Gucci lipsticks. They're so good. I love them so much. So there you have it. Those are the lip products. I couldn't expand it any more than that, honestly. I just know the top ones in that category that I love. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 3 products in each and every category. And I don't know if this will change necessarily. Maybe I'll swap out 1 or 2 products, but these are like concrete top 3s. And you already know some of my favorites. If you watch me for a long time, you already know some of these. So they may not have been a surprise to you. Let me know your top 3 favorites of any of these categories. If you agree with any of mine, let me know. I will leave all the products linked below, and if there's an asterisk next to any of those links, that means they are an affiliate link, which means I will get a small sales commission if you purchase through my links, which helps me to put right back into the channel. So I do appreciate you supporting the channel that way. But if you're not comfortable with that, just shop the way you normally shop, no must no fuss. And definitely also check out the originator of this type of video, Julia Adams. She did a great video and she's doing like spin-offs that are really fun as well. And also thank you to the sponsor for this video, which is Ana Luisa. Absolutely love them. Again, the link is down below. Check out their jewelry. Like, come on, these are cute, right? And you can use my code again, Tina10, for 10% off if you're interested in picking anything up. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which products you are definitely loving, what's in your top 3. And I will also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys!